comments. But the likes do boost the algorithm, so it can bring more people in, as well as sharing. And you don't have to technically actually share it. As long as you copy link, it counts as a share. Hey, meow. Max is grumpy, so he's in his tank. He's shedding his beard. So he's a crank. Phone is not charging. Let me look at my battery. I still have 58%, so we're gonna... Battery. I still have 58%, so we're gonna... See if it'll charge. I unplugged it and plugged it back in, which caused the live to pause. Yeah, especially if he's on me. But in the evening, it's natural for them to be in a cooler environment. And even when he's on the mic, his butt is in my hand, so he still gets my body heat. I turned their lights out at 8:30, and Lennox went to sleep, and he was still like basking in darkness. I was like, really? He's a night owl these days. Someone said something that got filtered. Yeah, this was the first thing I did with him besides just rubbing my hand on him, and he just fell in love with this brush. Yep, if you stop, they're like, what are you doing? Who said you couldn't do that? Who said you could stop? Thank you for Eden. Thank you for the roses and the finger hearts. His beanie hat. See, I still have to make a different one. I want to improve it. This is Lumi. Lennox is in a bad mood. His beard is shedding. I have an itch. Sorry, I have an itch. Okay. I wonder if they would even let me in with him. Happy birthday, Robin. My luck, he wouldn't want to sit still. Squad. How are you? Yeah, he's kind of back and forth between waking up and dozing off. I'm trying to take the time to make a better one. This was my first go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. Were you just wanting to... I think he was just wanting to back up and... There you go. You put your head down. Yeah. Cute. You know, if you put your head down, you'll be more comfortable. Oops. He's probably just wants his brush back. Here we go. Yep, that side eye kills me. Move you over this way. Guys, there is a reptile show here in town on the 10th. I'm going. It'll be the first one I ever went to. Excuse me. Thank you for the heart me. My husband said if we find a nice corn snake there that is not expensive, yeah, a reptile expo, that I can get one if it's not expensive. If it's not too expensive. And I think he's meaning, like, if it's more than like $100. Oh, I love snakes. my snakes in the past liked me, so that made me happy. Cringe at the same time. I've never been to one, so I thought, you know, it could be my first experience. You're harmless little lazy Pac-Man frog. Yeah, because of the breeders. It's a really small picture, it's hard to see. I'll check it out after. Oh no. Glad you found me again. Yes, he's real. Not all of them are. It depends on their personality. Thank you for the finger hearts and the roses. He's definitely not this chill during the day, though. This is his nighttime personality. His daytime personality has gone to bed. You have 3. Thank you for the tiny. Hello. Thank you for the heart puffs and thank you for the roses. You guys are awesome. That's so not necessary. Thank you for the heart puff. What was that now? That better not be gunshots. I guess if we start hearing sirens. Can you hear it? There have been like shootings like every day. It's ridiculous. And like the 2 or 3 homicides since the beginning of the year were teenagers. Teenagers against teenagers. I'm like, what is happening to this world? Big-ish. It's small. It's smaller than Indianapolis. I think there's about 200 and some odd thousand. That's crazy. The brush really isn't that loud. Oh yes, Chicago. My husband is originally from Chicago, or at least a suburb of Chicago, and he said, yeah, it could get scary, and I'm like, and you want to move back there? No thanks. The traffic drives, I can't drive in the traffic, it gives me anxiety anyway. Hello, Mary. Lumi is going to be 3 in April. His name is Lumi. Lumi. He had his tank all nice and clean today, and then he had a bath to get any poop off of him, and then he pooped in his nice clean tank. Yes, he did. He might be close. We'll see if he opens up his eyeballs. Right? I'm like, I just cleaned that. And now you've gone and pooped in it. You just had a bath. I think he might be sleeping because he's not opening his eyes. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. He's like, it's okay. I forgive you. Thank you for the hand heart. fireworks to me, but I don't know what it was. But we've definitely had some shootings lately, and it's sickening. His name was Steve. That is so cute. Oh, I'm so sorry he passed. Yeah, it was like a pop sound, but definitely didn't sound like fireworks to me. Whatever it was, if the dogs heard it, Bella's probably a wreck. She's downstairs. She does not like loud noises like that. I'm in Indiana. Yeah, it's getting bad. Like, even the better side of town is, going to pot. It's like my son, when he still lived at home, he'd want to go. We lived like a block from the gas station, and he always wanted to go and get himself snacks. And I was like, this is making, because the gas station had been robbed a couple of times, and I was like, it really makes me uncomfortable that you go there after dark, because anything can happen when you're there, But I didn't want to be one of those moms. I was just like, please be careful, bring your phone, and just keep your eyes open, and, Hello, hey little savage. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, we were just, during the live, a little bit ago, there was some loud popping sounds. So I was just saying I hoped it wasn't more gunshots, because we've had a lot of those lately. He was until I sneezed, so we'll see if he goes back. Being a mom is terrifying, yeah, for sure. I heard another one. You don't trust them? How do you mean? Why don't you trust them? That's crazy, Isabella, that's crazy. Is that where you live? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm about 2-ish hours from Indianapolis. Thank you for the hand hearts. Hand heart. Not plural. He's got a little bit of skin over here. His mouth is shedding a bit right here. Right there. Little piece of loose skin. Black dog in Logansport. We have a black dog here. I've passed it a bunch of times. I've never gone in. But they have coffee, good coffee. Ooh. Yes, he loves to snuggle. He's on the run. Oh no. Yeah, he's shedding shedding just his mouth right now, and Lennox, his beard is all shedding. He looks all gnarly and he's in a bad mood. Are you leaving already? Have a good night. Not typically. The only thing I really have to do is pull out nose plugs on occasion. The rest of it they do themselves. Oh, get some sleep. Interesting. He's got a quote-unquote bald spot. Alright, little savage, have a good one. Sleep well. Probably for about another hour, hour and a half. That is interesting that just a circle is, yeah, that's odd. I think he thinks so too. You should totally get an extra fluffy makeup brush. I got this in the mail from Ipsy, I think, and I've never used it on myself. It's been his all along. Bearded dragons, you mean? They are native to Australia, deserts of Australia. Some people in Australia could tell you they see them running around. Welcome back. I'm doing good. I watched my nephew play hockey this evening before I came live. They won 2-0. I did some recording this afternoon. I cleaned the dragon's tanks and gave them a bath. I swept up glass where my cat knocked over something and broke it. I was enjoying my morning coffee when I heard this crash. I was like, what was that? Glass all over the floor. I'm like, oh. Partner wants you to move to Tennessee. Ooh. Yes, he's real. Where's Pigeon Forge? It sounds familiar to me, but I can't think. My oldest son lives in Tennessee. He's really close to the Alabama border. necessarily say they're hard to take care of, but they are expensive to take care of. I have 3. The 2 oldest are actually my stepchildren, but I rarely refer to them as that anymore. So 3, they are 26, 24, and my biological son is 21. And they're all moved out. We have an empty nest. Just us and the animals. And half the time just me when my husband's out of town, which he is this week. Yeah, the first year is even more expensive because of all the live bugs they eat. Yeah, they need specific things to stay healthy for sure. I feel like they do, because when he's on the microphone, a lot of Beardy owners pop in because they see him. I get all the viewers when he's up here. I feel like a leopard gecko would be easier. I do find that my leopard gecko is easier and cheaper to take care of. Max. Penny. I love hearing everybody's Beardy's names. Cresteds, yeah. Cresteds are a little easier as well. They don't necessarily need, they're nocturnal, so UVB is less important because they don't bask in it during the day. They are sleeping during the day. And they don't need excessive heat either. They're more of a room temp type of lizard with humidity. Obviously, if the house is too cold, you need to add a little heat, but you have a king snake. His name is Richard. I love it. So, on the 10th, I'm going to a reptile expo, and I may come home with a corn snake. We will see. So, depending on if it's a female or a male, I'll have to think up a name. I had a couple corn snakes in the past. My husband's, and they both of them managed to escape their tanks. So my husband was like, make sure that doesn't happen again. But when they're babies, they're just so little and they can get through anything. Thank you. Sure, I like the name Peanut. Yeah, the gems are a filter. I'm not creative enough to put them on my face, although I think I have some somewhere. Snakes are naughty. My first corn snake, she was missing. She escaped and she was missing for 5 months. And we found her 5 months later in the basement when her tank was on the second floor. She went all the way across the house. But we found her. She was fine. She didn't grow because she didn't eat, but she was alive and healthy otherwise. Go figure. My other corn snake, we never did find. And then I had a ball python that when she escaped, she just went 2 feet away from her enclosure and snuggled up into the corner of the closet. Yeah, she was gone for 5 months. I thought surely she was gone. But my husband went down into the basement and he was like, hey babe. He's like, your snake is down here. And she was sitting up next to the dryer. She was like on top of something off the floor. Next to the dryer. I was like, hello. How'd she live so long without food? Snakes can go an incredibly long time without eating, but they have to be, especially babies, have to be hydrated. So, although she wasn't eating, she was hydrating somehow. I'm not sure. She was drinking something. I can't survive with it. That reminds me. In March on the 23rd, so the 22nd, I have to prep for a colonoscopy. My very first one. I'm gonna have to fast all day. Only eat clear things. And drink nasty stuff to clean me out. I'm not looking forward to it. Help me. So that day, that's a Friday, I will not be live. I will be sitting on the toilet all night. TMI, but that's what's gonna be happening. I am not doing ASMR in the bathroom. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. It depends. I'm 47 years old. In April, I'll be 48. This is my first colonoscopy that I'll be having. Typically, it's a colonoscopy every 3 to 4 years. And I think you can go longer if you don't have a history of it in your family. I do have a history of colon cancer in my family on my dad's side. My dad goes for colonoscopies every 3 to 4 years. He always has polyps removed, but none of them are ever cancerous, so that's a good thing. But because he frequently gets polyps, my doctor recommended that I have my first colonoscopy just to be sure. You thought I was in my 20s. Oh, bless you. My kids are in their 20s. So yeah, my first colonoscopy, and I'm not looking forward to it. My husband had his first one a few months ago. So I saw how he had start mammograms too. When I think it's 50, isn't it 50, where it's more something that you need to look into, unless it's in your family, unless breast cancer is in your family, then you would do it earlier. But I don't believe that there's any in my family. Is it 40? Well, I'm terrible because I've never gone. But my doctor, when I go for my physicals, my doctor always checks me, so. I should probably schedule one of those too. I've heard that too. Notifications happening. That might be my mother, because when my nephew was playing hockey, they ended the game with 6 minutes on the clock. They just ended the game. And my nephew's team won, but I was like, why'd they end the game early? She's probably telling me why. Really? That's interesting. Why is my beauty in my hair? He likes to get on my head. He likes to be in my hair too. He is real. Oh no, I'm sorry, buddy. I moved my fingers. Okay. Did I disturb you? I'm so sorry. Back to the brush. I was just readjusting my fingers. Yeah, I disturbed him. Because I'm holding his backside in my hand so he doesn't fall off. My fingers in my hand were getting stiff, so I just needed to readjust, and that woke him up. He's such a sweetheart. I love him. Thank you for the heart me. The first gift you've ever sent, and it was to me. Or do you mean first one for me? I wouldn't say they're easy to take care of. There are reptiles that are more difficult to take care of. But they're expensive to take care of properly. Yeah, you can't be real squeamish about bugs, cockroaches, and things like that. I just, when I go, I pick them up. I pick them up with my fingers. I'm like, you're gonna die today. You're gonna... lucky recipients today. The main reason I don't have a problem picking them up is because they don't bite. So, if they were biters, I would be using something else to get them. I know. I'm like, you poor little thing. I'm so sorry. Some species of cockroaches do bite, but there are some that don't. Dubias don't bite. Madagascar hissers don't bite. And I'm sure there's others, but those two for sure I know. I've owned both. And you can hold them in your hand and they just sit there. Well, dubias are kind of more nervous. They'll like skitter across your hand and try and get away. But hissers, I would sit and hold my hissers all the time. If anything, if they're mad at you, they hiss. Madagascar hissing roaches, yeah. If you've ever seen the show Fear Factor, they seem to always have a segment on there that had hissing cockroaches. And back then I was petrified of cockroaches, but I love hissers, and dubias don't bother me anymore. I think the worst part of Fear Factor for me was when they had to eat disgusting things. Can't do it. Nope. Right. Ooh, flying roaches. See, and I've been hearing different things about dubias. I have males, obviously, like males and females. The full-grown males have wings. They don't fly, but I've been told they do. But my bin isn't even all the way closed because I didn't drill any holes, so I just have the lid sitting on the top off to the side, so there's about a space about from his head to there, just wide open. They don't get out. So, do they fly or don't they? Thank you for the roses. No, he doesn't mind this. He loves the brush, but he doesn't mind this either. I've noticed that when he pops his face. I'm like, you missed it, and you just gave yourself a concussion. Oh goodness, I don't even know. I haven't really kept track, but some of it is, things that you buy once, like the enclosure and the decorations that go in or whatever, but you have to replace the UVB every 6 months. Replace the heat every time when the bulb burns out. You can't, like the UVB does not have the sufficient, it doesn't give enough UVB sufficiently after 6 months, so even if it still looks like it's working, you have to replace it anyway. And then continually buying food. That's where, you know, where the expense can come in, plus any vet visits. What was that? Oh no. I don't need to help him shed. They do it on their own. The only thing that I do is pull their nose plugs if they need it. Other than that, they handle their shedding by themselves. Right. Yeah, see, and I spent money on, like, when I first got him, I got the stupid reptile carpet and, you know, things like that. And I was like, when I learned that that was a bad thing to have, I got rid of it. But that's money spent and wasted, you know? I do. I have 2 dogs. Bella and Brinley are their names. He was my first lizard, yes. Or my first beardie. Technically, I had a leopard gecko before I had him. So not my first lizard, but my first beardie. Yeah, they're dry shedders. They don't need a higher humidity to shed. Like, for example, between a ball python snake and a corn snake is more of a dry shedder than a ball python. A ball python needs higher humidity than a corn snake. So it's going to be the same type of deal with a bearded dragon and, say, a leopard gecko. A leopard gecko needs a little bit higher of a humidity than a beardie. If that makes any sense. I do have a cat, yes. I have not had an iguana. His favorite thing is this brush. That's his favorite. My cat is not relaxing when she's up here. She would jump up on the table, rub against the microphone and knock it over, present her tushy to all of you, constantly meow, which the meowing may be fine, but she's just like chaos on the table. The cat's name is Shadow. She's black. What do I use instead of the carpet? There's paper towel in Lennox's tank and unscented puppy pads in his. Bella is a Shih Tzu and Brinley is an American Bulldog mix. And many people mistake her for a pit bull, but she's not. Smokey. I'll have to look into those. Are they easy to clean? That's my big thing. Something that's easy to clean. Those are cool dogs. Your Sims just had a baby, didn't he? Like, leave her? Or did he come back? gross, yeah. And their poop stinks. You stink. I remember when I first got him, and his poops were like that big. It was like so simple, just that big. Now it's like this is Lumi. I want a bearded dragon now. I can tell my husband to feed it. When I cannot be here, my husband does feed them. But other than that, they're totally my responsibility. But he does take over for me if I can't be here. Bless his heart. But he doesn't pick them up to feed them. He just puts the food in. Like, I'll hand feed them, but he just puts the food in. Which works fine for Lennox. Lennox doesn't care. He'll eat it off a plate. He's like, what? You're not feeding it to me. Like, come on now. I wouldn't worry, Jaden. It is that time of year, and he may just be the kind of dragon that doesn't go into a full deep sleep brumation. He's just doing the little, on again, off again stuff. And it's not a bad thing. And he's not going to go to the bathroom if he's not really eating. But that's why I said, if he's going to continuously be away from his heat and UVB, to just worry about hydrating him more than feeding him, because he can't digest it if he's not in that heat and UVB. This is Lumi. Lennox is in a bad mood because his beard is shedding and he's grumpy. So I left him. I was gonna take him out and use him, but then he looks all gnarly because his beard is shedding, and then he's just crabby. He does enjoy this. He always falls asleep up here. Yeah, and there's different levels of brumation, so they can still brumate without being in a completely deep sleep. Like, he brumated, his first year he brumated for like 2 days. That was it. Last year, the next year, he brumated for like a week, something like that. This time he did 3 weeks, but he woke up every weekend. Like, he did a week at a time. He was asleep for a week, woke up on the weekend. I hydrated him. He went back to sleep for a week, got up on the weekend. Like, it was weird. And sometimes they just hide. Sometimes they just hide and rest and, don't necessarily, you know what I mean? When they brumate, they go away from their heat and sleep, or just it's hibernation for a reptile, basically. Most of his nails are good. I think he's got a couple I need to trim, but most of his nails were good. I looked at them when I gave him a bath. But yes, his nails need trimmed occasionally. Otherwise, I've got scratches from when I bathed them today. I don't know if you can see it. There's a scratch on my wrist. Nope, I can't turn my wrist that far around. I can't turn my wrist that far nails. Get the brush back out. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, okay, okay. He wants to take a break. I disturbed him. He wants to take a break. Hi, Prickly. Yep, I can definitely do that. Let's see. He's gonna take a break. He's like, I'm tired of you. Yeah. He's like, stop getting distracted. When I cut his nails, I use cuticle clippers because they're small, and you just do the very little tip. It's usually the skinniest part of the nail. That'll curl a little bit as it grows out. You don't want to do the thicker part of the nail on just the very skinny tip. And that's it. If you go much below that, you'll quick it. I use the cuticle clippers like I said, but you can use like baby fingernail clippers because they're small. Anything bigger, I worry about snipping off an entire toe if he wiggles because they've got such skinny toes. The last thing I want to do is snip off a whole toe, you know. He's a snuggler for sure. was stressful. That's not good. He's doing good. He was on the mic, but then he had enough of me getting distracted, so he was like, let me off of here, but he'll come back. Oh. See, and the bird could have plucked his own feathers too, but sometimes, yeah, other birds will be bullies. But pet stores are such stressful places for birds. You know, they're always being poked at. Hey, Mitchell, how are you? Thank you. I'll probably be on again tomorrow night. You're kinda tired. I am too. As we talk about it, I'm trying to yawn. I haven't used this in ages. That's terrible. Please tell me hamsters and gerbils are not on reptile carpet. No, they do not have reptile carpet. My mind is blown. Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. Hamsters need like 4 to 6 inches of substrate to be able to dig. Gerbils need even more. I'm just like, what the heck? That is so horrible, because as they keep them, that's how people think that they can be kept, you know? What is it though? The reptile carpet, it's just like a green, almost like a felted green mat, which does absolutely nothing for hamsters and stuff like that. And it's actually bad for like a reptile, if like a gecko or a beardy, because if they try and go for their food, they can get their teeth stuck in the carpet and they can actually rip their teeth out trying to get their teeth off. And it holds bacteria. But before I knew about that with the reptile carpet, I did have it for my leopard gecko and for him. And I did witness my leopard gecko get his teeth stuck because he missed his food and his tooth was stuck in the carpet. So yeah, after that and learning how bad they were with bacteria and all of that, I got rid of them. 125 gallon and Lennox is in a 40. Not real fancy. You're stuck on my shirt. There we go. You're still stuck on my shirt. There we go. There you go. Get your toenail out of my finger, out of my hand. Alright. Relax your leg. Relax it. I think he's got a toenail back here that needs a trim because he stabbed me with it just now. I definitely try. It was so aggravating when I worked at the pet store that I got him at. Because people, like, I made it my mission when I didn't have a lot to do. I was out on the floor trying to educate people. Because, like, people would come in and know absolutely nothing about the animal that they were getting. And we weren't allowed to refuse the sale. So all I could do was be like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Don't do this. You need to do this. Because we couldn't turn down the sale. Like, I think that's crazy. Like, if you know that they are not going to take care of them properly, we should not have to sell them to them, you know? These are little lives. He doesn't seem bothered when anyone holds him that he's not met. He's pretty laid back. When my husband, like, I've put him on my husband before, and he just kind of looks at him. He's like, just looking at him. And my husband's like, sup? Like he's gonna answer him. It's good, dog. Hey, Grace. Your back is hurting. Are you feeling better from before? I know this afternoon you said your stomach was upset. How are you feeling now? Any interesting facts about Lumi? Well, beardies in general, maybe. They do have a third eye on the top of their head. What's something else? They do all have different personalities. I'm trying to think of interesting facts. Females lay eggs even when they're not paired with anybody, kind of like chickens. You know, they lay infertile eggs. Yep, a third eye on the top of the head. It's not the same kind of an eye. It's more of a solar eye. there's a special name for it that I keep forgetting. But it sees shadows. So there are beardies, there are dragons that if you were to do this, they would get super nervous because they notice the change in light. Even like he can tell right now, even with his eyes closed, that my hand is going over his head. But it doesn't bother him because he trusts me. Lennox, on the other hand, if I did that, yes, thank you. If I did this with Lennox, it would make him super nervous. But that in the wild would help them detect a predator. Yeah, see, and it doesn't bother him. It doesn't bother him. Lennox definitely is more nervous about that. Lennox is downstairs, and he's kind of grumpy. His beard is shedding. He's a crab. He's a crab today. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. I usually leave it on, but they'll usually go to a different part of their tank to sleep. They like to get off their basking spot and go into a corner of their tank and sleep. I usually turn it off in the summer, but in the winter I leave it on. It's just a ceramic heat emitter, so it doesn't give off any light. So I turn off the UVB light, and then their ceramic heat emitter stays on it in the winter, but they just move away from it at night. Yes, I do. It's in my link tree in my bio. It's listed there for you. It is on YouTube. It's like tribal flute or something like that. Tibetan healing flute. Music to heal all pain of body, soul. Blah, 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 blah. I haven't done any separate videos lately, for a while actually. I do upload my live streams from here onto there so that people people can see them. If I could find the time, I would like to do some just regular videos for it, but it's hard to find the time. He's almost 3. Yeah. I used to actually do a thing where I only really did it once, where somebody paid me to create a video. It was like a 40-minute, I think it was a 40-minute video. A 40-minute video of triggers of their choice that she paid me for, and she said she absolutely loved it. So I just kind of I took the time to do all of the triggers for the 40 minutes. It was really easy to bond with him. He's just such a laid-back dragon. He was so easy. He was laid back right from the start. My other one, he's a year old now, and sometimes we still gotta work on it. But he is just so sweet. He is so sweet. He always has been. Yep, they definitely have their own personalities, and my two are completely opposite each other. This one is his favorite. Lennox has only been up here once, and that was for his birthday. And he was more of a, doing this was more of what he was okay with. He's not really a big fan of things on his head. So more petting him on his back was more his thing. But Lumi here is a sucker for this brush. Oh my goodness, Catatrax. How are you? How long is it? It's been like forever. Oh my goodness. My mind just blew up. How are you? That's good. You're very funny. I can't say much simpler words, let alone that one. Hosting a big party. Oh, did you? What kind of business? Hello. I'm horrible with names, though. I'm sorry. Beardies. You have a leopard so do I. My leopard gecko is kind of like, oh, he's very aloof. He's like, don't touch me. Oh, poo. I kiss him all the time. I haven't been sick yet. Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I kissed my pet rats all the time too. See, and the thing is, yeah, if it's a lizard in the wild, I'm not gonna go kissing it because they're out there with all the germs and all the bacteria and all the, parasites and things like that. But a pet is cleaner. He just had a bath today. you know, I know wild rats are a little bit freaky, but the pet rats, Yep, you just had a bath today, you're clean. Yep, except for your little patoot where you pooped afterwards, but I don't kiss that. Right? Yeah, exactly. And as long as you keep the tank clean. Aw, thank you. Oh, my shoulder's starting to hurt. He absolutely loves this brush. Yeah, the joys of aging. I hear that. And the time goes so much faster when you're older too. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was thinking the other day, wasn't my child just in kindergarten? Wasn't he just in kindergarten? How is he 21? How did that happen? How did it happen? I swear he was just in kindergarten. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I appreciate that. He is. I just want somebody to do this to me. He doesn't return the favor, though. He just takes. In the evening, at night, yeah, they can be colder for sure. They prefer it, actually. They can handle as low as 65 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Right. I would love to just be like, you want to see the snow? But probably shock their little systems. feeling of love? I do not know. I do not know. It's a possibility, but I mean, their version of love might not be the same as us as humans, you know? It could very well be them feeling love, but differently than we show it. You know what I mean? This is a boy. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. But they definitely feel trust and comfort with you. It's in a room upstairs. My bedroom is downstairs. My bedroom closet is where I do my recording, my little recording studio in my closet. But my ASMR is on the second floor. Thank you for the rose. Yeah, probably will. Gotta get some more done. Probably about the same time, 1 o'clock. Well, I know I was a little bit later today. But probably about 1 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, he can feel it. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry he passed. That's sad. Bearded dragons love soft things, so he loves this. He loves this. This is his, actually. I have a different one for just ASMR in general, but this is his. I gave it to him. And he has a fleece blanket that he uses when he doesn't sleep in his tank. If he's sleeping anywhere else, he's sleeping in that fleece blanket. and he'll stay in it all night. He doesn't move a muscle. He's just in that blanket all night. Thank you for the tiny. Yep. So occasionally he'll sleep in my bed in his little fleece blanket. And he sleeps longer than me. Good night. It was so good to see you. We'll have to catch up. It would be so much easier if his tank was on the floor, but it's on a stand. So when I have to clean it out, I'm practically climbing in. I have a step ladder that I have to stand on, and I'm practically like feet up in the air, like inside his tank. It's so complicated. notices it because I think he's sleeping, so he's like not noticing. It's a 125-gallon tank on like a cabinet stand. It has doors, so I can put storage underneath it. His roaches, the roach colony is actually under there. And, other things are stored underneath. And then the lid lifts up. It's a wooden lid. Lifts up. And, it's hard to get in there. It's a challenge. Bring the locks back. They want you to wear your hair, buddy. I need to work on his other one. I'm working on a better one because this was my first attempt and it's okay, but I want to do a better hat. Yes, it is. My shoulder is getting sore because I'm resting my elbow on the table, and my shoulder is getting sore and my wrist is getting stiff. Lumi does. Lennox I wouldn't trust. I have a feeling he'd take off somewhere. But Lumi does sleep in my bed sometimes, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry I moved my hand. Sorry. I'm sorry. He's so bossy. You're so bossy. Here's the brush. Thank you for the tiny. He has a leash and harness, so he gets to have free roam of the living room when my bigger dog is, kind of gated away from him. But the leash keeps him from getting under the couch or under anything that I can't get him back from. It's a lifesaver. Yeah, how dare you move your hand? How dare you get more comfortable and make me wake up? He eats vegetables mostly, and a couple times a week he'll have a few roaches. He actually had some superworms today after his bath as a treat. He got rewarded for being a good boy for his path. This is Lumi. Sim just got promoted. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I do not look forward to that at all. You're not allowed to do that. Nope. I forbid it. I'm sorry, you guys. You too. Thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. Have a good night. He was only 3 years old. Oh my gosh. He's gonna be 3 in April. Oops. Your leopard gecko will be 2 in April. Mine will be 2 in July. I think I'm getting off in about 10-15 minutes. Put him to bed. Get myself ready for bed so that I can get some sleep before waking up in the morning and doing the whole day over again. Doing my recording and all of that. But I will be live in the afternoon to record, so... Split screen, that's interesting. They can live up to 15 years, but, sometimes you can do everything right, and sometimes they still just get sick. He's 13. That's amazing. That is amazing. Hopefully he's got a few years left in him. Oh, bless his heart. That is a good age. You're doing something right with him. If he's living that long, that's awesome. This is Lumi, and he is going to be 3 in April. What do I do to be that lizard? My stomach just went. Yeah, I think he's at least very relaxed. Whenever I adjust my fingers back here, because I'm holding his butt up in the air, whenever I readjust my hand, sometimes it wakes him up and he gets annoyed with me. night, Isabella. See you tomorrow. Sleep well. Hello. Those are his ears. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I'll be getting off in about 5 minutes, guys, but if you are interested, if you like audiobooks, if you like reading, and especially if you like audiobooks, I am an audiobook narrator. That is my day job. And about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, I will be going live to work. So, if you are interested in what happens behind the scenes of recording an audiobook, come back tomorrow and join in, and you will see me reading and recording an audiobook. And all the bloopers that come with it when I stumble over my words. Yeah, those are his ears. Yeah, yeah, right there, that's his ear. And they do have very good hearing, and they have really good eyesight as well. Nope, those are ears. His third eye is on the top of his head. And then, obviously, the 2 eyes. These are ears. I'm not sure. I'll have to measure him. I'll measure him tomorrow. I'll have to find my tape measure. Oh, Camden. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting off in a few minutes. Can I give him a kiss? I sure can. Yeah, my other dragon is shedding his beard and he's crabby. He's a grump. I'll measure him for tomorrow and be able to say how long he is. Good night, Jaden. Sleep well. Lumi with his sunglasses. Spicy meatballs. That's a young Lumi in his sunglasses. We're gonna have to find those sunglasses and put them back on you. They'll fit you better. Your frog croaked. Now, did he make a noise and croak? Croak? Or did he croak? Yeah, I took the sunglasses pic. Like, did he croak as in he passed away, or he croaked as in he made a noise? Okay. Alive and well. Good. But he croaked. That's cool. Him? No, he is not. Nope. the neighbor dogs are barking. He is very much alive. You should. They do like soft things. Now, one thing that could make your dragon nervous if this kind of thing, putting things over his head, bother him. He might get a little nervous, but it doesn't bother him to do this. So you could start slow with a smaller brush and just kind of, do this kind of thing under the chin. I think it tickled him. With a smaller brush, and then you can kind of try and go up here and see if that makes him nervous, because it's, by the third eye, so the shadow and stuff can bother them and make them nervous. But it depends on the dragon. Because, yeah, it's never bothered him, but it does bother Lennox. So, it just depends on the dragon. But they do like soft things for sure. Like, he loves this. So I got one. I got another one for ASMR. And for him, this is his now. Yes, he's real. In fact, we're pretty much done with the live. I'm going to be ending it here and putting him and myself to bed. But you will see him wake up here in a second as I remove him from the microphone. I know, guys, it's midnight here and I have to work tomorrow. Now when I'm moving my hand around, you're not waking up. Is that the way it is? That's the way it is, isn't it? Come here, buddy. Look at him. He's like, I'm sleeping. It didn't take much to wake him up before. Look at him, he's Your parents woke up. Are you not gonna wake up? He's like, I'm sleeping. It's like one of those kids in the car. They'll pretend they're sleeping. You pay any price for me to stay, but I have to get some rest. I have to work tomorrow. I'll be live while I'm working. You can come back then. Starry Sky, hello. How much? $100. He is not waking up. Was statute supposed to be stay? That's hilarious. Are you not gonna wake up now? Really, after all that? He's such a good boy. $12:30. I suppose I could stay till 12:30. And that's when you're gonna wake up, aren't you? You're gonna wake up now because because we're staying. If I can't wake up tomorrow, you owe me. I got him when he was a hatchling, so he was a teeny tiny baby. I just love him. Thank you, Camden, for the tiny. Aw, thank you. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It's just another half an hour. Thank you for the hand heart. Hand hearts. Thank you. Good night, Megan. Thank you. He is sleeping. I was even moving him around to get him off the microphone and he wasn't waking up. He's so good. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the whatever those are, the cheer you up and the team bracelet. Thank you. Whatever those are. I've never seen those. Oh. Looks kind of nifty with the jewels. Thank you, Camden. Thank you for the heart puffs. He is such a good boy. He's got his big ol' hat. Oh, I'm sorry you lost your dragon. Your husband is snoring. Oops. I'm gonna knock your hat off your head. Let's see. My name has so many badges. It does. Let's see, let's find another hat. We've got this one. Kind of sits funny. That's because it has this. There we go. There's my little man. You're welcome. Green is his color. He's got a matching bandana downstairs. Yours is sleeping. My other one is too. Well, technically so is he. But my other one is sleeping in his tank. His name is Lumi. Problem with staying up so late is that I'm getting hungry again. Dang it. A second dinner. Yeah, water does help. Food is overrated. That's not a bad idea. I don't have any though. I did think about just having an apple, but ice cream and Dr. Pepper. Healthy. The one that's sleeping in his tank is Lennox. Your mom's a dentist. I can imagine. I have an aunt that's a dental hygienist, and oh my gosh, it was so hard to live with around her, because she'd always be like, "Are you flossing every day? Are you brushing your teeth after every meal?" I did, like, just always on our case. Yeah, he'll probably be on again tomorrow night. During the day when I am doing the audiobook, he's not on because if he were to move on my shirt, the microphone would hear it. Right. The views are always lower when he's not on the mic yet, but when he comes up, that's when everybody comes in. Because I'm chopped liver. He does like sleeping here. He likes to snuggle with this thing. I know that. I know you are. If he was here without me, the views would probably be even higher. Oh, I'm sorry, Chloe. That makes me sad. This is a boy. first thing people say when they come on and he's not there is, "Where's Lumi?" I'm like, well, hello to you too. Wow, at least 2 of those things are healthy. My earbuds keep slipping out. Just 15. Just 15. With s'more mix. Interesting. No doubt. I am. Are you serious? Cool. Wow. That was a very aggressive cool. Cool. He was a hatchling, so he was approximately 4 weeks. 4 weeks old. His name is Lumi. He stays pretty still. My favorite apple is Red Delicious. I love Red Delicious apples, but I'll eat pretty much any apple available. But my favorite has always been Red Delicious ever since I was a kid. Oh, you got one 2 weeks ago. They're so fun. They're so fun. ones, but now I don't mind them so much. And actually, I've been hearing that Granny Smith is the healthiest. I got him when he was a hatchling, and he's gonna be 3 in April. Just gotta move his foot a little bit. He was stabbing me with a toenail. Yeah, it fluctuates. He does like this, yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the heart puff. It's almost time for my bedtime. I cannot have a groggy voice to record tomorrow. I need sleep. My voice has to be awake. Make him learn how to cook. on my shirt and he moved, the rustling of that would be picked up by the microphone and that would make it into the audio, and we can't do that. But for ASMR, yes, he will. Thank you for the rose. Do we know what time we'll be on for ASMR? Probably about 9 o'clock-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Around then. It is 12:30, 12:29, but yeah, I'll be getting off in about a minute. Yes, Lennox blackbeards more often than he does. The only time he really blackbeards is when he's on his leash and he's free roaming and he gets to the end of the leash and he can't go any further and he fights it and it ticks him off that he can't get further. Oh yeah, he gets mad. He gets all black-bearded and just jumping around, and it looks so funny. It's like, I have places to go. You cannot hold me back. Okie dokie. You are welcome. See if we can get him off them. See, he's dangling. Come here, buddy. Oh, I know. What a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Oh, you're stuck to me. There he is. He's so tired. He's like, okay, I'm going back to sleep. Oh my goodness. He's so funny. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. And I will be back, like I said, tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do behind the scenes audiobook recording. So I will literally be recording an audiobook, and you get to see behind the scenes all the mistakes and all the stuff that goes into making the audiobook. And then at about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back for ASMR. So I hope you all have a wonderful night. Sleep well, and I will see you guys tomorrow, I hope. Bye, guys. Oh, the book is called Casey Mack, The Bellwether Dig by Thomas Griffith. It's out in ebook form and hard copy, and the author hired me to turn it into an audiobook, so it's a long